Hello everyone. By looking at the screen itself, you might have guessed what we are going to see in this video. So it is nothing but Coulomb's law. From the first chapter of class 12, electric charges and fields. It's a very famous law and so many times repeated question in many forms in the exam paper. So let us see the Coulomb's law. So what are we going to see today? It is Coulomb's law. So many students will do a minor error in this. It is nothing but what? They will do the mistake over here. So you can see very clearly how I am writing the spelling of this. It is Coulomb, past of years and law. Okay. And let me start with the statement first. But my way of teaching will not be like I won't start with the statement. But for you, for the better clarity, I am starting with the statement. Always it is very easy to go from the formula. Once I will read the statement and then I will tell what is the trick you can follow to remember the statement as well as the formula. According to Coulomb's law, the force of attraction, so you can see the keywords here, attraction or repulsion between two charged bodies is directly proportional to the product of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So every time if you are reading a statement like this, law means we will call that as statement. Okay. So if we start to read the statement like this means we will get bored. Frankly, we will get bored. So what we can do is, how we can make the topic more interesting is, you can go in reverse manner. So frame the formula by yourself, which is very easy to frame as per the sentence. Coulomb's law stating that force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So now it is very easy for you to picturize what is given over here. Okay. So now if you read the sentence after framing the formula, so work will be very easy for you to remember the statement for longer time. It will not be like short-term memory, it will be long-term memory for that. Okay. So now once again I will read the statement. Now you can understand the difference before and now. According to the Coulomb's law, the force, so we are mentioning the letter F. It can be attraction or repulsion because we know like poles repel each other and unlike poles attract each other. So we are having clarity over here itself. Between two charged bodies. Why it has to be two charged bodies? Reason is when one charge is placed and when we are bringing another charge to that vicinity, then only we can experience the electrostatic force. That's what we are studying from the beginning. So we are considering two charges. Always naming is very, very important. So charges names are Q1 and Q2, which are separated by a distance of R. And you can see very clearly the force will be what? Both if we are considering as positive, positive means it will repel each other. Negative, negative repel each other. Positive, negative or negative, positive means it will attract each other. That's what I mentioned over there. So that is what also given over here. Attraction or repulsion between two charged bodies is directly proportional. That's why we are writing in which place? Numerator. Okay. So if some word you are seeing as directly proportional, this is what we are saying from 9th standard onwards. Directly proportional means it should be coming in the numerator and inversely proportional means it must come in the denominator. So you can see, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So now I hope the formula is very easy for you to remember. Next step. Shall we go to the next step? Always we are supposed to remove the proportionality. So for that we are going to proceed one more work over here. It is nothing but what? Introducing a constant. So I am introducing a proportionality constant over here, that is nothing but f is equal to k into q1 q2 by r square. So what is that k? It is called as proportionality constant. Proportionality constant. Okay. Next, what is that value for k? It is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. See how I am writing and showing? It is epsilon. Epsilon. Okay. So pronounce like this. Epsilon naught. So what is this epsilon naught? It is nothing but permittivity of free space. Permittivity of free space. Okay. What is this permittivity story? How many number of electric field lines are allowed in that area? That is the concept of permittivity. Okay. So naught is there means it is representing free space. Remember that. So what is the value for that is nothing but, you can see this value in the front page of the question paper. So anyhow, my suggestion is to remember the value. 8.85 into 10 to the power of minus 12 Coulomb square Newton inverse meter power minus 2. So when you are memorizing the value of epsilon naught, you must memorize the value properly with 10 to the power of minus 12 along with the units. Okay. Now if I substitute the data means, what will be the answer for 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught? In the place of epsilon naught, if I substitute this data, then what will be the answer for k? It is nothing but 9 into 10 to the power of 9. So remember this value also. So after this further what I am going to do is nothing but just we are going to assume certain things and we are trying to find what is the force experienced if the charge is 1 coulomb. Whatever charges we are considering or 1 coulomb means what is the amount of force experienced. So that only we are trying to find over here. So Q1 and Q2 I am considering as 1 coulomb and the distance between them is also 1 meter. If it is the case means, what is my formula of Coulomb's law? It is nothing but F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square. So I am going to substitute the details over here. So it is K is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 and Q1 Q2 is 1 into 1 divided by 1 square. So what is my answer? It is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton. Why we are using something called Newton over here? Because we are discussing force. So only it is Newton. Okay. So now with this we can define 1 coulomb. So I will write you I can show you the definition. Please follow this. 1 coulomb. They might ask you like define 1 coulomb. It is the charge. So follow me. When placed at a distance of 1 meter from another charge of same magnitude. It must be same magnitude, in vacuum. That's why we use something as epsilon naught in vacuum, which will experience an electric force of repulsion or attraction. It can be anything based on what kind of charges you are taking into account. So, experiences a force of repulsion or attraction. Here we are considering both as positive, so we will be considering as repulsion only. So I am writing and show you both, okay, of magnitude. How much? 9 into 10 to the power in Newton. That is what we derived over here, okay. Next, very important point. We cannot use this coulomb directly. So always we will be using this as what? Millicoulomb and microcoulomb. Milli means 10 to the power of -3. Micro means 10 to the power of -6. So always we will be using this only, which is smaller units, practical units. Okay, note down all the points. Okay. So once again I will repeat the entire story. You can follow that. So we are seeing Coulomb's law. It is nothing but what? Force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. I hope I made the concept very simpler for you. To know more about physics and to watch many concepts with more simpler manner, please subscribe the channel, like and share the video to your friends also. Thank you.